Since Al Gore, oh, sorry. Since Al Gore brought climate change to the national stage, we've been depending on our government to take action to combat climate change. However, in the past few years, it has become increasingly obvious that solely depending on our government is both disappointing and dangerous. We cannot wait another year or another 4 years to take serious and lasting steps against global warming. And so while our government continues to fail us, we have to turn toward other actors in society. Profit-seeking companies are often seen as the root of the climate problem. They're on a ton of protesters' posters, and for good reason. They can waste resources, use fossil fuels, and often put people in serious danger, all in an effort to make a profit. Capitalism and environmentalism seem at war. A perfect example of this is the carbon tax. Under the carbon tax, companies must choose whether to become either more environmentally friendly and have to spend more money on renewable resources, or continue to make a large profit but have to pay a large fine. The choice between money and the environment is everywhere in our government and laws, but it doesn't have to be. In so many ways, these companies can help preserve the earth. I'm going to be talking about two that succeed in generating revenue and improving the environment. So the first company that I'm going to talk about is called Solar Window. Rather than trying to undo the mess that we've already made, Solar Window is focused on the present and decreasing the amount of damage that we're doing right now. The company was founded in 1998 with the idea of adding solar glass, which is a transparent solar panel, to windows, creating a more convenient place for solar power to be gathered. That energy is then used to make the building more sustainable. Solar energy is an amazing resource to utilize. In fact, it produces enough energy in an hour to power the whole world in a year. While conventional solar panels are a great renewable option for energy, they take up a lot of valuable space and they're not the most visually appealing. These are the issues that Solar Window is trying to solve. Imagine solar glass covering any skyscraper in Manhattan. It's transparent, allowing the building to keep its design, but it also covers a huge amount of area. We have solar farms in this country that take up a lot of mileage, but we haven't used all the area available to us. Adding solar glass to existing structures is a game changer in terms of producing renewable energy. But it's also an extremely profitable idea. Creating solar glass is relatively cheap, and the market for this technology is huge. Every major city in the world has buildings and companies that would benefit from becoming self-sufficient by using cheap and transparent windows. Solar Window is able to make a huge profit while also helping the environment. The second group that I'm going to talk about is called the Ocean Cleanup. The Ocean Cleanup is a nonprofit, but it's not reliant on donations, and it gains revenue through the sale of products. So in that way, the organization's business model is extremely similar to a for-profit company. The Ocean Cleanup was founded in 2013 by Boyan Slat when he was just 18 years old. He actually has a really good TED Talk about this that explains the ideas behind the Ocean Cleanup and the technology. This group, which you could probably guess, aims to clean up rivers and oceans. And these are some things that motivated Slat. Currently, there are 5 trillion pieces of plastic in the ocean. There are also 5 ocean garbage patches. The largest is between Hawaii and California, and it's more than double the size of Texas. If left to circulate, these will negatively influence ecosystems, health, and the economy. Slat came up with the idea to create boats able to pick up trash in the water. The technology behind this is really interesting, and he found great ways to problem solve. Rather than using too much energy or nets or other harmful methods, the boats use the currents of the water to pick up litter. They also use technology to concentrate the plastic to effectively remove it from the ocean. So when all the trash is picked up from the ocean, it's dumped into containers within the boat and is brought back to land. To fund their project, the Ocean Cleanup plans to recycle all the trash that they pick up and create products to sell. The goal of the Ocean Cleanup is that 50% of ocean garbage patches will be cleaned in 5 years. While the project is certainly still in the works and the technology has changed many times, the company has successfully launched about 4 boats in the rivers in Europe and just sent their first boat to the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. They're also starting their recycling process that will fund the company and help them become financially self-sufficient. There are many for-profit companies like these that are doing their best to fight global warming. And we can and should support these companies that are making a difference when our own government is not. Economic freedom and environmental safety are not exclusive. And if we become more accepting of that truth, we have a better chance at survival. Thank you.
Thank